Why do we enjoy watching bad movies so much, man?
I think it makes us feel better about ourselves and our own abilities.
I like watching bad movies because it fills me with a sense of joy that someone tried so hard on something but dropped the ball so hard. The failure is like part of the fun.
Yeah.
And that's why I can't watch these movies like Sharknado where they try to be bad on purpose, because it takes all the magic out of it.
I don't know that I agree that it takes all of the magic out. I respect your opinion. He must taste the failure.
Yeah, the failure is part of the equation. If you don't have the failure, it doesn't have the sauce. Why do you think everyone else is fascinated by bad movies? Do you think everyone kind of feels the way I do, or do you think they feel differently?
I think they're more simple creatures like me. I think we just like to feel like we're smarter than anybody else. And, oh boy, do we feel smarter than the people who made those movies.
Do you ever notice when you're watching a bad movie that oftentimes you'll see names in the credits that look like they're totally fake?
Yes.
Like Dick Hackensaw or something. Or...
Okay, if I ever am involved in a bad movie, you'll know it's me because that will be my name.
Yeah, like weird names like that in the credits where you realize, oh, they knew what kind of movie this is going to be.
Yep. You do see that. Like, they gave up their Screen Actor Guild name for that.
They don't want to be credited.
Bad movies are like when you're a kid and you see your first dead baby bird on the sidewalk and you're like, oh, that's sad, but also you for sure poke it with a stick. You get up close, you look at the veiny, bulging eyeballs, you look at how the beak is too big for the head.
I have trouble deciding what my favorite bad movie is sometimes, because people always ask you, like, what's your favorite ones? I think that Troll 2 and The Room are obvious ones, but there's a lot of other ones that are real stinkers I love, too. I love making you watch this movie called Spookies that you hate so much.
Okay, because the first time you made me watch it, I had mono, and it was the most confusing thing I've ever seen.
And then you watched it when you didn't have mono, and it didn't make any more sense.
It didn't. I thought it was a mono fever dream issue. It wasn't. It was just a really bad movie. It's literally two movies that were spliced together.
It's just that Spookies is a fever dream in of itself. And I know a lot of people out there probably haven't heard of it, but I think you can find it on Tubi right now. You owe it to yourself to watch it once.
Okay, you actually don't. You owe it to yourself to watch it nunts.
Nunts?
Nunts.
What the hell?
Watch it nunts.
That's not a word. Yeah, take your English degree and put it in a bonfire.
Actually, you know who else made up words? Shakespeare.
You think you're Billy Shakes now, huh?
He wrote for the common man.
Our podcast, it's for idiots.
Yes! Okay, I think The Room is the best worst bad movie. I argue that The Room takes the #1 spot because, as far as I know, only The Room has the iconic bad movie stamp of literally doing a bad movie tour where the director goes and lets people make fun of him.
Tommy Wiseau has the money backing him. I don't know where he gets his money. No one does.
Do we think that's part of what made it bad, is the fact that he was so weird and secretive while making it?
A little bit. He was dumping millions into it. It's one of the most expensive bad movies I've ever seen in my life. This movie had a budget. This movie had like a $7 million budget.
A respectable feature-length film budget.
The guy bought his own film equipment. He had sets made that looked exactly like the outside of the studio that they were filming at.
Wait, what?
This really happened. He had sets built in the studio that would literally just look like the outside, and people that were working with him said, why don't we just film outside then?
That is a good question, and I, in fact, have the same question. Do you not have the same question?
I do have the same question. I can't figure out the method behind the madness. The man had a certain sauce he was going for, and he found it.
He didn't share the ingredients with anyone, but there was, in fact, sauce made.
Yeah, he made this movie the way he exactly wanted it to be made. He put it in a theater. And
was it just a theater?
It was a theater. And the only reason it got famous was because this one film guy found it and couldn't help but feel like he was hosting his very own personal version of Mystery Science Theater.
I'm a big Tommy Wiseau fan. Like, don't think that this has been said with anything but pure admiration, sir. I made a student film once. I'm not sure it was even as cohesive as The Room.
Good God, what kind of movie did you make?
Well, here's the thing. I had to write 3 scripts.
That sounds like an awful movie.
Did I not say I wrote a script and it was less cohesive than The Room? Do you know why it was less cohesive than The Room?
They didn't really know what story they wanted to tell. And I feel like that's the same thing that happens to a lot of bad movies, that they don't really know what story they want to tell. You think bad movies necessarily have to have, like, a coherent story in order to be enjoyably bad?
Yes.
Movies that have a completely incoherent narrative are difficult to watch. What are the most painful bad movies to watch? The ones that have a narrative that's almost non-existent. A good example of that, the Renegade cut of Highlander 2. Highlander 2, the theatrical cut, that movie is hilarious. But the Renegade cut irons out all the nonsense and all the fun, and it's just boring.
Yeah.
Like Planet Zeiss, the cutaway to that, and then like Sean Connery being a silly bitch and waving around a sword and everything. Just comedy gold, dude.
I believe I have only seen that cut. Thanks to you.
You're welcome. It's the correct cut. I think I enjoy watching a movie fail spectacularly because it fills me with a sense of voyeurism, you could call it, joy, just brimming with happiness that someone has failed so spectacularly and I get to watch the car wreck. What about you?
Me? I think I like to not have to think hard. So I think fundamentally it's for the same reason that some people are submissives. You don't have to think during a bad movie. It's not complicated. It's not going to make you cry. Even like good movies, right? It's like you have to think, and that's why they're good.
Why do you like watching bad movies out there, guys? Everyone watching An Unfortunate Case of Movie, how did you feel? Let us know what you think, soulmates. Look forward to hearing your comments down below. Thanks for watching today, guys. Again, I'm Soulkeeper.
And I'm Phoenix.
And this is An Unfortunate Case of Movie. We'll catch you again next time, guys. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.